the ground, man, the leader. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, he said it's a. Them pretty, you look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? And I look at my snap. I take your man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. They be late, waist snatch.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And look at this, right away a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring out 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and sneak it here. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Baker Mayfield taking it in. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, they just put a little sizzle in their steak there. First quarter, 4th and goal, run it in. A boost.
I think they showed confidence in their defense by going for it. That's telling their defense, look, we're counting on you guys, and we know that we believe in you because we go for it here. Even if we don't get it, get field position on our side, and you'll stop them. Instead, they put it in the end zone and tally up 6 points.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. On first down, it's Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
35. Let's go. Let's go. 15.
Out of the gun, Smith. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Try to get it to Landry there.
Partner, that is a quarterback no-no right there. He's flushed out to his left, so he's trying to orient his body into a position to make this throw. But by then, he shrunk the field, and he winds up throwing the interception.
Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Go. Good Liz. Orange.
On 1st and 10, Smith. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
Hey, back up.
Smith on first down. Out to the left, it's complete to Daxon. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Hey, back up.
Smith throwing again. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
12. 15.
Throwing again is Smith. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
15.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Pass incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Hey, gun. Liz.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed from 19 yards away. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer.
But he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Ryan Kerrigan not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Detroit!
Play fake. Mayfield rolling to his left. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back up, back up, back up, back up.
On second down, Peterson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now Smith. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. And he's able to put it through. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. First down, Mayfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Gets fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Preston Smith coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. They go with Chubb on second down. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Mayfield off the play fake. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku from 19 yards away. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here.
And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Let's go. Let's go. 15, yeah. Orange. 12. Slot. 12.
On first down, Smith being chased out left. And oh, look at that, a diving catch.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
5. You got 50. Hey, back up.
Here's Smith now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Completes it right side to Dodson. A big play there. Smith to Dodson. 49 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, back up. 26. I got it.
They'll run with Peterson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Eddie, fine, Eddie. Hey, back up.
Now Smith. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Hey, back up.
They give it to Peterson. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Matt Ioannidis coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. They go play action. Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Preston Smith in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Patriot!
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting play.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Watch him now, Barney. Gun. Detroit. Over.
Mayfield now on second down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Leopard. Detroit!
And the blitz does come. Dumping it off for Johnson. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Hey, gun. Liz.
After the interception, here's Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. 30, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
12. Hey, gun. Slot.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Smith. Crowder's got it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hey, back up.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Redskin first down. Richardson on the reception from Smith. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Richardson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, it's Smith. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Christian Kirksey not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
35.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Ducks him with a grab over the middle.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains. Smith now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
I said 580. Settle down, huh? Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Again, a run with Thompson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Preston Smith getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
2nd down, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger-happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, Mayfield. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. To the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw, Mayfield steps away. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Reuben Foster picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Right.
Smith on first down, escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Smith to throw again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Smith. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go. Let's go. 15.
After the run, Smith going to throw. And he's got his man. That's Crowder for the Redskins touchdown. Jamison Crowder from 8 yards out. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6, and the Browns are back within a score. And that big 4th quarter return, Charles, makes this a 1-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. Smith going to throw it. He finds an opening past the 40. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. And I'm going to keep firing.
To throw is Smith. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Richardson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now it's Smith. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
52. 35.
Now Smith. That is caught at the 7. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doxson, 26 yards. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. They go play action here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Mayfield to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Mayfield looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Redskins are going to win the football game. Throwing now, Smith. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.